I don't have an intro. There it is. That's my intro. I will learn to edit later. Right now, I'm gonna consider video making to be a whip. I'm gonna throw a bunch of color at the internet and figure out how to make it pretty as I go along. But given that I don't know how to edit just yet, I will verbally announce the warning label that this is an adult coloring channel meant for adults and is not intended for children. On with the show. Hola, coloristas. You may know me as Auntie Chris, your friend in one of several live chats. Um, I am here doing YouTubes because I have been a recluse for the last 6 years and I'm ready to make friends who do the things that I like to do, like coloring. And I was gonna um, do a whole bunch of things. I had all kinds of things planned, all the tags, all the introduction to all the stuff I have, so on and so forth. And um, I started to freak myself out and get overwhelmed, and I just wanted to take a nap. So I did. I took a nap, and then my inner therapist, Dr. Antichrist, said, "Okay, you are creating your own barriers to entry. You are creating your own overwhelm. Do you want to make videos or not?" And I said, "Yes, Dr. Antichrist, I do want to make videos." And she said, "Go get 'em, Tiger." So I'm not going to tell you all the things about myself. I looked it up. I can evidently make more than one video if I want. So I can tell you more about myself in other videos. Today, I'm going to show you the work I did in April and talk about what I'm going to do in May. So that's what we're going to do first. So in April, I completed 6 pages in 4 books. And so we're going to look at them one at a time. And I'll pull you down, I think. Well, let's just stay here for now. So I purchased this Sonic the Hedgehog book because my kid is an absolute Sonic fan. And I thought that maybe she would want to color with me. And she did not. She is not interested in coloring whatsoever. She's 24 and she can make her own decisions. So, so I had her pick pages for me to color, and so I did. And so the first one I did is the very first page. Um, I think you'll find that most of my work is done with whatever medium is doing the trick for me at the time. Uh, and so here it was a lot of colored pencils and some acrylic and gel markers and probably also Neocolor too. So I'm a big fan of cross hatching because, well, I'm not sure why. My hand often tends to just do whatever it wants, and it likes to cross hatch, so that's what we do. The next picture in this book that I colored is this amazing one of Sonic and Tails flying around saving the day. You know what? I'm gonna just go back to the big screen and we'll just do it that way. Again, we're probably looking at Neocolor 2s and Definitely Prismacolor, maybe some Ancients. I don't really know for sure because um, I always forget. I don't write it down. But now that I'm making amazing videos on YouTube and I'm going to be an experienced professional content creator, I suppose I better remember the details. And then this is the last picture that I colored in the Sonic book, and I can't remember her name. I think his name is Shadow. Anyways, they're in space. And again, Neocolor 2's metallic-y stuff, probably from Prismacolor, white gel pens, some neon gel pens, you know. And apart from like where it's clearly white gel pen, everything else that's white is I just left it white. I didn't bother with the shading. So that's the Sonic book that I did. I finished one in Enchanted Relics, but I have 3 whips that I can show you later on. So this is the page that I finished in Enchanted Relics. Maybe the zoom will look nice in this case. No, of course not. And I did this all in one day, and it took all day because I'm very pokey. I'm a very slow colorist, and it took all day. I can't believe that I got it all done in one day, frankly. But I did, so good for me. And we'll come back to that one later. And then I did, this one needs to go in here too. I did, this took 6 years. I bought this book when it came out because my friend, who lives far away from me, had also bought it, and we were going to color together every Sunday over like Zoom or something, and we never did because we're both incredibly unreliable in that way. Anyhow, so I actually have lots of whips in here. I have it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 whips in here, and I finally finished this one, which is the title page. I chose to finish this because it has removed itself entirely from the book. But here, I'm gonna just close this, and how's that extreme close-up zoom? And so um, the this is also absolutely everything you can think of is on this page. I have gouache, I have Prismacolors, I have rainbow pencils, I have fake polychromos, what are they called? Spirifarben. I have fine liners, gel pens, glitter pens. I'm the worst at this. Okay. And, and like alcohol markers, yada, yada, yada. And so I finally finished it because I made a declaration to a group of account buddies that I wanted to finish this dang thing before the end of April, and I did. I finished it 2 hours before midnight on April 30th, Central Daylight Time. And looking at it now, I'm actually kind of impressed with myself because it's really well balanced in terms of the colors. I didn't really do it on purpose, but apart from the blue, it's kind of all secondary colors, isn't it? Orange and yellow orange and green and purple. So that was an accident, but good for me. And then I was a little upset that I had covered up the the text with all the alcohol markers, so I just went in and as carefully as I could tried to trace it out and fill it in with a glitter pen. So I'm kind of proud of this one, actually. Yeah. Now I just got to figure out how to make it stick in the book, because I don't want it to get lost. Okay. And then the last one that I completed, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and 6, the Enchanted Relics. The last one that I completed was this Phantom of the Opera page that I did in, again, every type of media. There's no alcohol marker on here, but it has acrylic marker. It has Prismacolors, Spirifarben, um, gel pens, Derwent Drawing, Inktense, Albrecht Dürer, Derwent Lightfast. It's loaded. So, so I did that for the Light v Dark 2026 hashtag that is run by Piggy Pens Tube and Hollyberry Colors. And so this was for the month of April, Pastels v Darks. And it was awesome because I had a reason to purchase several new pencils. I didn't have any Derwent Lightfast pencils, and I learned from Lucy Fox that um, Derwent Lightfast had like the best darks, and so I picked out 6 of them and I bought them and I used them. And so this is my Phantom of the Opera page. And I hope that it looks good on camera. You guys will have to give me feedback on whether or not things are working out. Anyways, this is from Universal Monsters, illustrated by Alan Robert. And then my April whips we're back to Enchanted Relics. And there's this absolute dumpster fire. Yep. And then there's this. I really quite like what is happening with the stuff in the background, but I didn't actually have a plan for it, so I kind of stopped myself, and now I'm going to have to figure out how to continue with it. And this one, she's almost done, but I have to color some butterflies evidently, and then I have to make some decisions about whether or not I want to, give it some oomph. I drew in, I'm going to have to do this again, aren't I? I drew in the little arm that's in there because I wanted the sleeve to be sheer. And so, there's a little bit of, fancy original artwork happening. Okay, so those are the whips and Enchanted Relics. And then Crowns and Flames. This is a book that I was absolutely influenced to purchase by Axic Fumbles. She accidentally influenced me to purchase 3 books this month, and I don't care. Thank you, Annika, for showing me these amazing books. So the whip in here is the title page. I covered it in thinned out Daniel Smith watercolor ground, transparent watercolor ground, and then what am I using in here? It looks like probably Neo 2s and then some Inktense as well. I don't know what's going to happen with this page, but I'm from the FAFO generation X. If you know what FAFO is, you know. And if you don't, let's just say it means fiddle around and find out. And I'm very much about doing FAFO pages. So I have another I have another whip in here. I'll show it real quick. That's it. That's my secret work in progress for the May Light v Dark challenge, which is beauty versus booty. Mermaids versus pirates, I guess. My next whip was done for no reason other than I just felt like it. And that is this page in, what is it called? Dream Voyage by Melchat. I don't know how to say her name without screwing it up royally, and so I have decided to give her a cute nickname, Melchat. This is Melchat's little sort of Dragon Ouroboros page, and I'm having a lot of fun coloring this. The other whip in here is the beginning spread. It is another dumpster fire that I fully intend to fix. Um, it's wet. I didn't put any ground on it. I don't care. And I mean, it's not wet. It's crinkly from having been wet. Um, but it has Inktense and Prismacolors and some metallic gel pen. So, we'll see, huh? This is the second of 3 books that Axic Fumbles influenced me on. It's so great. She specifically said that it does not like water media. And so, of course, the first thing I did was pick a really ridiculously complicated page and load it up with water media without putting any kind of ground on it. So that's this. And it is basically, for the most part, a single layer of Albrecht Dürer watercolor pencils, and then additional shading around the Pegasus. Pegasus is not a unicorn, right? So around the Pegasus, there's like additional shading, probably also with Albrecht Dürer's. This may be the only page in today's collection that has only one form of media on it. That's not true. There's more coming. Okay, so this, no idea what's going to happen with this. It's super busy, but it's well composed, and I really like it. So we'll have to see how I handle it. That's Magic Made Real. Second to last, I have the Mexico coloring book. I love it. Jen Racine is the illustrator. I found it by accident on Amazon. She made a whole big bunch of these. One second. She's got like the Europe coloring book and the South American coloring book and the whatever. There's a ton of them, and I want them all, but I picked the Mexico one because I have been learning Spanish, specifically Mexican dialect, or Mexican accent for, I don't know, 6 or 7 years now. And so this is the one I picked. I was playing in this book just a week or so ago in a live on a chat with Chris Kilway, and also on her Saturday morning live stream, she invited me. Well, she invited a bunch of people, but I said yes. So I was there with Chris and Ambient Landscapes, and we were all three on the screen in little like sections like that. And the thing was, Chris was working with neons that day, and so I said I would play with neons too, and I wanted to play with my Mexico coloring book, so I did. So this is what I started with. and I put, this looks awful, but I'll fix it, I'm sure. And I did some, like, not really neon, but sort of just, bright, colorful gel crayons on here. That's a Prisma that's not neon. This, because I decided to make anything that wasn't Mexico not neon. I want to do all of the Mexican states neon. So that's what I did here. And I was surprised to find out that you can get really cool, like, textury blends from your neons. I'm going to try and do this again. And yeah, so, um, you know, obviously I need to figure out how to make the camera make things look good, but that's where we are. And then I got bored of this, so I found a different page and I started coloring in this page. So I have, I'm going to just do it this way. I have my cute lemon and this amazing neon turtle. And then I started to do this macaw, but I had to go because I had a coloring date with an actual three-dimensional real-life person. And that was neat, so I had to leave and get ready for that. All right, and then the last book that I have for Whips is the third book that Annika influenced me to purchase, the Occult and Folklore Coloring Book. I love it. I'm not generally a huge fan of real, um, like Zen Doodle. Um, I don't know any other words really. It's real, like, doodled in, I guess. You know what I mean? Like this kind of thing. But man, the paper is really smooth. But I love the subject matter, and I like this sort of folk art kind of stuff that's happening here and there. So I went for it, and it's super fun. I know there's a community, but I haven't joined it. Um, I'm just gonna feel this out for myself. Anyways, the page that I chose is this guy here, and I chose it because I wanted to see. Well, one, I wanted to see what the paper was like, but two, I figured, you know what? It's so symmetrical and it's not so crazy busy that I wanted to see what could be done with nothing other than my 12 set of polychromos. And I'm not sure if I didn't finish because I got bored or if there was something else happening or what. But I'm looking at this and I don't feel confident. You'll have to tell me what you think. I don't feel confident that the 12 set of polychromos is going to be enough to do this. So, I would love to hear what anybody else thinks, but I think it needs more personally. So, those are my that's all my April work. The things I completed and the things that I started. I have a bajillion more things that I've started in other books, but these are the things that I did in the month of April. So my May plan includes getting back to, now where did it go? Includes working in, probably can't hear me. May plan includes coming back to this and working on my light v dark beauty versus booty. I don't know if people like keep their hashtag pages a secret until they reveal them or what. I'm going to keep mine a secret until I know what the rules are. But so May plan includes that, and obviously doing Mermay, and I'd like to do something for Axic Fumbles and Color for Mother of Threes, Japanese Korean coloring book tag, but I don't know that I have any. I have one book that's called Wonderland by someone called Amelie Chen. Um, but I don't know if it counts. So I'll have to look and see what the, hang on. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'll have to look and see what the rules are for that. So, because I don't even know if she's Japanese or Korean or what. Sorry, my computer keeps bleeping at me. Okay, so maybe I'll do that, if that's like allowed. And then I gotta find a mermaid page, but maybe I'll find that in completing my other goal, which is this month my declaration to my account buddies. It was in two parts. One, I would make a video, check, and two, I would put color into 5 untouched books. Now, I don't have very many coloring books. I have around 75 coloring books in total. And I have lots with, no finished pages, but only a few that are completely untouched. And so, the last thing I want to do today is maybe you can help me pick some books. Hang on. So I know that I'm going to do something in these two books. These two are brand new to me. Not true. I bought this at Ollie's for $4 a couple months ago. This came from Amazon just a little while back, just a few weeks ago. I love it. I'm a big Shakespeare fan. Back in the before times, before COVID, I was a participant in a local theater group that did Shakespeare plays, but in really fun, like not necessarily Shakespearean garb and stuff like that. It was amazing. I don't know what's happening with that, but that was my previous community. Anyways, so I love this, and probably everybody has looked at this book before. I'm gonna be honest, I'll probably start with this one because I do tend to try to color the first page when possible. Well, I might start with this one of the globe. Is it the globe? Is it the road? I don't remember. I think it's the globe. I may start with that one. Who knows? I don't know. But definitely this one. That's one. Definitely this one. It's time. She's been sitting here for a long time. There's no reason I shouldn't have colored in her yet. So, and it has a few 11 2-page spreads, and it's double-sided. So, maybe I'll just do this part just to throw some color in it. I'm probably going to have to look through it again to see if anything jumps out at me. Yeah, I don't know. I never know what to do with these. I never know what to do with these. But I'll find something. I'll figure something out. So, anyway. If anybody has a favorite page in here that they want me to take a crack at, let me know. I think this is really cool. This might be one that I go for if I don't go for the beginning. So, these two are for sure. Camila de Rico. Camila de Rico. Top manga coloring book. And Escape to Shakespeare's World. So, those are easy. Those are the easy ones. What I have to work with beyond that is a little less easy. Oops, hang on. Okay. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14 other options to round out the other 3. First, Batman Hush. It's a whole, uh, actual book, like comic book, but I'm allowed to color in it. Coloring DC, they want me to color in it. I'm scared to, but after doing the light v dark, I'm not super scared to. So that's a possibility. This thing has been uncolored on my shelf, yeah, for, 8 years maybe. I don't know how to color it. It's so, like, I like it. The paper is a neat, like, off-white color. It's not terrible in terms of its thickness. But it's just so sketchy and shaded, you know? Like, I don't know entirely how to deal with this book, but something won't let me get rid of it. So that's an option. This is another one that I got at Ollie's. I remember I said I don't care for the Zen doodly stuff. I don't, but there is something about this book that said, Chris, give it a shot. Take me home. It's double-sided. It's Zen doodly. It 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 has a it has 22 multi-page spreads. Notice I said multi-page, not two-page, because several of them are fold-outs. There are one, that's not true. One of them is a huge fold-out, a 3-piece fold-out. But the others, they're just insane. So, and it's cool because it's got these informational thingamajigs and whatever. Has a nice little note. Has the sort of off-white color in the paper. The paper doesn't seem to suck too bad. These pages fold out. It's amazingly cool. But this, I don't know what to do with that. And I can't find much about this coloring book or this illustrator, Claire Scully, on YouTube. So I don't really know how other people have handled this. I did learn that Millie Murata is another one that does this kind of design, really lots of doodly designs. So I tried to watch a little bit of how people are treating that. That's the closest I've been able to come. So this is an option, but I don't know. Let's color dogs. I don't even know why I have this. I love dogs. I don't remember buying this. But it's untouched. Single-sided. Each page has text on the other side. Paper is thin. Or whatever, I don't care. Because I love dogs. So this is an option. I'm not going to flip through everything. But this is an option because I haven't colored in it yet. So, the dog's book. Then I have a bunch. Hang on, let me scooch that out of the way. I have a bunch of these Dover coloring books, right? Mostly by Marty Noble. That, oh, you don't belong there. That I've never touched. Not entirely true. I'll get to that in a minute. So this one is all illuminated manuscripts. Double-sided, no spreads. Figure it might be easy and good for like flat coloring or straight coloring, whatever it's called. You can look up what it is. Detail from the Book of the Hours, for example. I can maybe find this original on the internet and see what it actually looks like. but it may be good for just like playing with color. I don't want it to be a practice book, um, because the subject matter is neat. So, um, so this is an option. And I have a bunch of these. I bought these ages ago, like in 2015, and because I didn't want to waste them, I took them apart. I took them out of their covers. I made Xerox copies on regular paper of the pictures inside, and then I saved the originals. I didn't know. I didn't know. So, these are the original pages, and I've just sort of um, temporarily sewn them back together with these, what are these called? The report binder. Anyway, so so technically they're untouched. I have colored pages from them before, but I no longer have those pages, and they were colored with Sharpies on printer paper. So I have this one, Arte Fashions, very Art Deco-y and cool. I have this one, Richard Doyle's Fairyland, adapted by Marty Noble. Um, yeah. So that I have Color Your Own Toulouse-Lautrec Masterpieces. I don't know who did, rendered by Marty Noble. I have the Victorian House Coloring Book, which contains pages mostly of like interiors. That might be fun, you know? I have one where I couldn't find the cover anymore. This is Empire Fashions. Tom Tierney was the renderer, the illustrator here. So these are fun. Lots of history and information. Um, I do need to practice coloring fabric. I don't feel like I do very well at coloring fabric. So this might be an option. Another one where I can't find the cover. This is movie posters. Definitely, I'm sure I can find examples of these on the internet to decide whether I want to try and keep them close to the original or no. So there's that. Okay, then the last options that I have are one, this big giant poster thing. It's all like this of like Victorian women in Victorian clothes, and it's huge. Well, it goes out. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 8 little sections. I can't show you the whole thing at once. It's big. Okay, it's big. So I can start that. Thin paper. It's like it's thin. Okay. This is a really tall one. I have another one like this, but this is To the Ocean Deep, illustrated by Sarah Yoon. I have another. Oh, I wonder if Sarah Yoon is a Japanese or Korean illustrator. I have to find out. Anyway, so this starts here, and I've called it untouched, but I guess I did put some color right there in the little structure. Yeah, it's purple. We're still gonna count it. Anyways, this thing stretches out to like 15 feet long. Oops. What is this? Concertina, accordion. It goes out really far. 15 feet. Oh my god, I'm not even gonna try that. But I have another one that's like this. It's like to the moon or something, and I have a little bit done in that, but not like this one is barely touched. And the last option for untouched books is these are pages from uh, Out of the Lines, I think is what it's called, or Outside the Lines, and this is like all the work of artists cobbled together into a coloring book. These are the actual pages, and these are actually only like half of the actual pages. I'm not sure what happened to the other bit, and I have no idea what happened to the cover either. So, but there's just a variety of stuff in this book. Um, you know, so there's nothing samey about it. It's all like just different artists stuff. So I could do something out of here. So I'm looking for 3 untouched books to touch. I have my Shakespeare and I have my pop manga, but I have to pick 3 more from that stack I just showed you. And folks, that's everything. And I feel like this is a really long and potentially incredibly boring video. And so if it is, please tell me what was boring so that I know how to make it not boring. And if you had any fun whatsoever, tell me that so I can do more of that. Because there's really not a point in making the videos if my friends aren't going to watch them. And that's it for now. So I will see, hopefully, most of you in one of the many chats that we like to hang out in together. For right now, it's goodbye, my lovely coloristas, from your loving Auntie Chris. Mwah.